Hello to you, Natalie. First of all, just remind us, what is the situation on the island of Lesbos?
Well, Lesbos is really on the front line of the migration crisis, of Europe's migration crisis. And this has been going on for many, many years, which is why Pope Francis did visit the island 5 years ago in 2016. Very emotional images back then. The Pope was so emotional. He took back three Syrian families with him. 12 people flew back with him to the Vatican in his effort to help. And this very much is pretty much the situation today. However, the squalid and overcrowded camp of Moria burned down last year to the ground, completely razed. So the authorities have kind of improved versions of Camp One. Is in a very isolated part of the island. It's brand new. It's far better. It's clean. Families have, their own space, etc. But rights group accuse them that they're completely marginalized there. They actually have no contact with the rest of the island. Islanders themselves, at the beginning of the crisis, the migrant crisis, they kind of welcomed asylum seekers, etc. But they very much now feel that the European Union has abandoned them and to kind of deal with this issue on their own. And especially now with the situation in Afghanistan, with the Taliban again in power, they very much fear that there's going to be a repeat and they're going to be left to their own devices.
Now, the Pope's called for better treatment of migrants, as we've been saying. How is that being received in Greece, which has borne the brunt of this crisis?
Well, mixed feelings, to be very honest. They're very feel very honored that the Pope has visited Greece yet again. Locals on the island of Lesbos and in Greece feel that the Pope is actually caring a bit more than the European Union authorities. Are giving more attention to what they're going through. We saw, very emotional images of the Pope hugging children. The Pope himself, completely unafraid of the pandemic, not wearing a mask, hugging, shaking hands, speaking with these people who have been completely marginalized by the European Union. They've been kept at bay. Today we saw images of humanity, really. And I think the Greeks welcome this. They want to show that they have, as they can, despite the financial crisis that crippled them for so many years, tried to help the situation with the migrants and refugees. Of course, the European Union has helped a bit, but it's not enough. And I think that's the message that the Pope is wanting to share as well with the rest of the world, especially as we see that European Union countries, Catholic European Union countries. I mean, Poland is a predominantly Catholic country. Around 85% of its population is Catholic, and yet it's raising a very strong, tough stance on migration. So I think that's very much what the Pope is trying to send as a message, and the Greeks are very much welcoming that.